Got it.
Are we recording, Clint?
Yep.
Excellent.
Oh God, I hate my voice on recording.
So,
So do I. It's okay.
the group of
I feel you. I really do.
have spent the last week or so traveling to the dwarven city of Kraghammer in the Cliffkeep Mountains, not far from the from the Taldore Slayers Take's base of operations in Westrun. And as you ascend the mountain, there is some discussion. You've heard from a few passing processions of heavily laden goat caravans leaving the citadel. You heard whispers and discussions of materials not being accessible as they normally are. In particular, the inability to get adamantine, which is what has drawn the group here, as a request for an investigation into rumors of creatures in the deep mines and the smelters' refusals to work. So, as the party arrives at the gigantic adamantine doors to the mountain-concealed city of Kraghammer, what would you like to do?
Well, we're supposed to be here. Isn't the contract for a family or something?
Yeah, what's...
We're at the doors of Kraghammer, correct?
We're at the doors. Let's knock on the door.
Yeah, knock and then find our contact.
Fair enough. As you pound on the door, a smaller door off to the side opens up, and one of the local law enforcers, known as Carvers, steps through, and with a bit of a look of insouciance on his face, just allow me to prepare my Scottish brogue.
This is going to be terrible.
Hey, what is it? Outlanders, is it? What do you want?
Just to DM, just to let this be known, Anders is in full, like, all-hammer priesthood garb, so heavy armor with the giant flaming anvil on his chest.
Okay.
Because, dwarves gotta love it.
Fair enough. I can see at least one of you is at least some sort of follower of the Allhammer.
Aye.
What do the rest of you want?
We will say in Dwarvish, we've been called by one of the families to assist with a problem.
I see. And any particular details as to the problem? We don't just allow any Outlanders into Kraghammer, as you would know.
It has to do with the mines.
You're here to look into the mines.
Aye.
Then the the family you need to speak to is probably going to be the Bronze Grip family. They run the metalworks on the deep levels.
Question,
what has been going on with the mines?
I wouldn't know much about that. I only hear rumors come up from some of the workers. Not my place. Yes, question for the DM.
With my guild artisan background, would I know exactly who to speak to? Would that give me any leeway here?
Yes, you would. Also, with your connection to the Temple of the Allhammer, you'd be aware that that Hattie Bronze Grip is the foredwarf of the Bronze Grip Metalwork, and also one of the heads of the Bronze Grip family. The Bronze Grips are the ones who specifically sent the requests for investigation into the rumors in the deep levels, as it's their business that's being directly affected.
But if it's an issue in the mine, wouldn't that be more of a gray spine issue?
It's a question that you'll have to ask to the specific characters.
That's fair. So I'll ask the guard that.
Look, I'm just on the gates these days. I like it here.
That's
It's a good,
fair.
nice cushy roll. Best person to speak to is probably going to be Paddy Bronze Grip down in the bottom layer, in the slab. Sorry, the bottom slab in the pit.
Would
If you come in, head for the bottom slab. Ask around for Paddy Bronze Grip. You'll find him.
Anders will slip him maybe 25 gold
Okay.
for your troubles.
Are you?
Because,
Are you being
Anders speaks Dwarven. Oh no, Anders speaks Dwarven.
Okay. Much
In the words of Matt Mercer, someone here at least speaks Dwarven.
Of course.
Much appreciated, my lord. Welcome to Kraghammer. He sort of steps inside, and the small door within the gate shuts. And then from inside, you hear the sounds of immense chains and gears turning, and a rumbling as the two ginormous adamantine gates are slowly pulled apart by an unseen mechanism.
As we're going forward, Ness will eventually pipe up to the group, like, discreetly. Once we figure out what they know, I may have some information to add. It is not much, but it may give us some perspective on what we may be dealing with.
Good to know.
All right.
Okay, noted, Tariq. That keeping your hood up.
Yeah, I feel like this might not be the best place for me to walk around, tattoos and all out in the open. So we're just gonna try and avoid that.
All right. So, as you descend into the city, just quickly roll something. So it's about 9 o'clock in the morning as you guys descend into the city. The whole hustle of the day is in full swing. The various work crews descending from the habitation levels down to the pit. So a lot of the residential areas are in the top slab. There's plenty of you see plenty of carvers walking the streets as you descend through the various levels. As you pass through the center slab, the quality of the architecture and the neighborhoods becomes distinctly more upmarket. Say Anders, and let's see. So Anders, you can make a history check. I think Nessa, are you proficient in history as well?
Yep.
Who else is proficient?
I'm not proficient in
Ree is.
history.
Yeah, but Anders, because of your training in the temples of the Allhammer, actually, I'll give Anders, you make a religion check. Everybody else who is proficient in history, roll a history check.
Boom.
Jesus.
She got this.
The hyper intellect
Yeah,
characters are back.
She definitely got this. Look at us with our low ends.
Makes sense that Ree wouldn't know much about Kraghammer if Father
Librarian
never
knows
let her
history?
go with him.
What?
So, Nessa, you're more specifically aware of a lot of the history related to Kraghammer, specifically that the original establishment of the city came about from the surviving families after the kingdom of Uthtor collapsed during the calamity. So those families have subsequently risen to the leadership of the social structure within Kraghammer. And so looking around as well, you can definitely sort of see that stratification of society within the slabs of the city. The center slab is definitely the upmarket, elite, wealthy areas, and also where the pirate, the seat of the Iron Keeper. Currently, the House Greyspine is the family that the Iron Keeper hails from, but periodically that does shift around depending on the tides of society, as it were. Is there anything you guys would like to do before you guys sort of head down to the mine works or the metal works?
Well, if we're going to be here for... Go ahead.
I was just going to say, why don't we check out a tavern and see if we can
That's exactly my
some-
thoughts.
gossip and whatnot.
Well, I was going to say, if we think we're going to be here for a few days doing some investigating, maybe we should look for a place to stay.
Yes, an inn would be preferred, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Would I know of anywhere in Kraghammer?
Make a survival check. As you guys have just entered the city, your memory is jogged, Anders. Phil, you've not personally been to Kraghammer in the past, but you've heard plenty of stories of it as you sort of went through your acolyte stages and were trained in the ways of the Allhammer. You've heard that there's two popular taverns up in the top slab, specifically the Firebrook Inn and the Iron Hearth Tavern.
So the Iron Hearth. Darvin's with us, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm here.
We would recognize that name, would we not? As fanboys?
Which name? The Grace
The
Pines?
Iron Hearth Tavern?
That's the one they went to begin with, right?
Yeah, that's the one they stayed in to begin with.
Yeah, I think that would essentially be... Well, it wouldn't be the beginning of the story, but I would think it would be familiar.
Be close enough to the beginning that we would perk up at the idea of staying the Iron Hearth Inn.
Mm-hmm.
I like the idea that they're just like the kind of people that are like how certain people would like follow locations where like Doctor Who was filmed and just go there.
Oh yeah, no, we're both fanboys.
Cosplay.
I was going to say, Ree's just like indulging her husband's, eccentricities at this point.
I need to sit at this exact stool.
Yeah, pretty much.
You're gonna order exactly the same thing they ate.
Vax's butt
I
was
wanna
on the
fill out a-
stool.
I want to
Wanna
fill out a comment card.
Comment card for Milan.
Yeah.
No, Anders is remembering that a member of his family was once here, his blood family. He wants to try to find out as much as he can.
All right. So can you guys actually hear that background music? Because I can barely.
I had to turn my volume down as soon as I hopped in chat because there was uproarious laughter and almost blew my eardrums.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah,
How dare we?
How dare we enjoy ourselves?
Someone just his body had just delivered like a searing burn on me, so that's fair. Okay, so you guys enter the Iron Hearth, and it's hit that kind of sort of that mid-morning slump. So, like a lot of the people who have either just sort of gone off to work with their morning supplements sort of consumed. The equivalent of the group that's just the group of office workers that have come in for their morning coffee on the way to the office. So that whole group have all packed up and left. So it's not tremendously busy at the moment. There's a couple of older dwarves,
A couple of barflies,
yeah,
essentially.
just kind of kicking around. Few tavern servers, male and female, clearing off dishes and taking them to the kitchens. The barman is tending things behind.
Can we look for the person who looks to be the dwarf that looks to be in charge?
Yeah, not a large challenge. She's currently standing behind the bar,
Yeah, generally that
cleaning
works.
up the.
Walk up to the person in charge, or Anders will. I won't say that. I'm not trying to speak for the group.
Works.
Streak will kind of follow.
Let's do this. I'll walk up.
Okay.
It's still classified as morning, correct?
Yeah.
Morning to you. We're looking to rent some rooms if you've got them.
Rooms, eh? What? Well, for the lot of you.
I mean, individual rooms if he can, if they're available.
Well, individual, Anders will try to count it out. And we need maybe 5 rooms.
Oh.
If
No,
you've
you
got
have to
them.
give me a moment to check the ledger. I'm not sure if there's if I have 5 rooms available, but
I mean,
I can at least have a look.
and I'll turn to the group. Do we really care about doubling up? Maybe Darvin and Tariq,
No, I don't care.
Nessa and Lyrae?
Yeah.
Certainly.
That's fine.
I
And
mean,
of course,
we
a
used to
married
canopy
couple.
together, so
Yeah.
yeah.
So 3 then?
3 rooms.
3 rooms? All right, 3 rooms I can probably do here. That'll be. Let's see. I mean, we have a couple of different rooms here. Here, I mean, you got your basic room, which will do you about say 3 silver a night. Fairly serviceable, a bed, chest, and table, things like that. But then we've got a couple of nicer rooms. Only one of them available at the moment, though. But that one will set you back about 5 silver a night.
Anders will turn to probably what he considers the smartest person in the group and turn to Nessa. How long do you think we'll be here?
Well, considering we do not know terribly much yet, it is a bit hard to extrapolate into numbers at the moment. Is there any, like, can I make an intelligence check to see, like... Well, I mean, technically, how long is the contract for?
There's no specific time frame on it. They just wanted an investigation done and proof of the safety of the mines upon completion.
Okay. Can I do a check to
Real
see, like,
Call it a
count
week?
out.
Yeah.
Let's call it a
Real
week.
count out. Yeah, 10 gold, and just be like that for room and lodgings and food. And if we leave early, we'll collect what's left.
Not a problem. So for a week, was it?
Yeah.
We'll take the nicer. The two of us will take the nicer room. If you don't mind.
Three kind of just shrugs. Whatever.
I mean, let's face it. From Tariq's point of view, who's used to sleeping on the ground in the parched wood, this is luxury.
Yeah, I'm used to sleeping in a tree. This is
That's fair.
I am so sorry, you all. Because I just remember something I can do.
You can do the fucking mansion. Jesus Christ.
God damn it.
Larissa and Nessa being the best room.
You got one job, wizard. One job.
We could
No.
have.
To be fair, this is fine because we don't want to go like we don't want to pretend we're room stuffing in an inn. It's like being like a terrible convention goer. You try to like fill a room with like 9 people, and then the hotel gets pissed at you. So then just give them enough money for like 3 rooms for ring, and then we can all have a mansion. Doesn't matter.
That's fair.
There you go.
sure.
So somewhere
This is being polite.
up in the cloud, door to Nessa's magnificent mansion dissipates, and Dominic, Sim Dominic, and Sim Nessa all tumble out, wondering what the fuck just happened.
No, she went. It only lasts for 24 hours too, so
Should have to cast it every day.
yeah.
Technically.
Mm.
So then we'll have the extra rooms in case we don't need to, or in case she needs to use that spell slot.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough. All right, so 3 rooms, room and board. You said not a problem. Kitchen's currently just closed for the time being. We've just finished our breakfast rush, but if you come back in a couple of hours, we'll just be gearing up for the lunch, and meals are included as part of your board.
'Tis fine, lass.
She kind of sort of looks at you a little bit quizzically, like not expecting to hear Dwarvish out of the mouth of a dragonborn. But she's like,
Anders will pull the Allhammer symbol out.
"Blessings of the Allhammer upon you."
May he protect you and yours.
Right, was that all you needed? Just the room and board, was it?
Some information, lass.
We might be able to help out. Here's
We're
the keys
looking
for your rooms. They're the 2 normal rooms are on the 2nd floor. Just to sort of straight up those stairs at the back there, and they're the last 2 rooms on the left. And then the nicer room is up the next set of stairs, and it's the first one.
Thank you kindly, lass.
So information, you say. What is it you want to do?
Hey, we're looking for Patty Bronzegrip.
Hattie Bronzegrip,
Hey.
head of the Bronzegrip family.
Hey.
Well, this is a day, isn't it? It's I got adventurers coming into my inn and wanting to meet great members of the houses. Like, this will be a story to tell, and you'll probably be able to find Lady Bronzegrip down in the pit, bottom slab. She usually is down there attending to the mines, to the sort of influx from the mines, to the metalworks.
So she runs the smelter, essentially.
Her whole family does. If she's not there running it herself, it maybe one of her siblings, maybe her younger brother or a cousin. The Bronzegrip family are definitely power in this area, and they're a decent sized family.
Thank you kindly.
Known for their rhythm method, if you know what I mean.
Oh, hey.
Whoa! I thought we said this wasn't going to be the hentai episode.
So what I'm hearing is that they don't know contraception and they have experience in extracurricular activities.
Oh, hey.
Well, I won't pass any further comment. Word tends to get around in this kind of place, but
I bet it does.
I'll leave things
Along
to
with other.
last.
I was gonna say, word's not the only thing.
If you head down to the bottom slab and speak to and ask around, I'm sure you'll be able to find somebody who'll direct you to at least one of the Bronzegrips. If you can't speak to Lady Hattie herself.
Thank you kindly, lass. And Anders will slip 5 gold across the table. Or across the bar.
She nods at you and pockets the coins.
Darwin will say thanks, and he'll wink and arch his eyebrow at her.
Get hitting her with the dark brow.
It's been a while.
Darwin, roll a charisma check.
What do you slip her a business card as well?
Yeah,
No, he's going to slip her something.
I'm gonna leave a stack of cards at the front desk.
So you're not going to do a private audition first?
Oy.
Probably not.
He's not used to like tilting his head down before he does the dark brow.
I'm not going there. I'm not going there.
Or is he?
Why not? Everybody else has.
It's true.
All right.
Wow, we're like half an hour in, already devolved into dirty jokes.
Oh.
So, as you arch your eyebrow at her, Darwin, she kind of you're used to some women getting a kind of sort of flusteredness to them when you do so, especially when you think about the Darwinites. This dwarven lady just kind of sort of raises her own eyebrow in return and grins openly at you, just like, nice try, you man. Nice try.
I like a challenge.
Anders is shocked. He's never seen Darwin fail.
All right, so with that, moving on. I'm really happy that my first roll of the night was a natural 20.
Because he's going to murder us.
That's what it was for.
You're all welcome for making him burn a natural 20.
Thanks, Darv.
Taking one for the team.
Yep.
Or not technically in this case.
Or not, actually.
Well, he may be taking one, not giving one.
That is true. I think he wanted to give one.
He's into it. Don't let him lie. He's into it.
Whatever I need to do for my.
Indeed. Oh, who snorted? Who snorted?
That's it.
It's Ree. That is definitely Ree's snort.
Oh,
Oh, yeah. That's it.
Flint coming in with the light. Oh, that killed me.
Darwin comes downstairs the next morning walking funny.
He enjoyed it.
You guys owe me one.
Yes.
oh my God, yes.
Right up Main Street.
I can't wait for people to listen to this VOD.
You're recording this too, aren't you? Ooh, my abs hurt.
So, after that
After
brief
Garvin takes the road less traveled.
Died.
I'm so very glad that my daughter ended up going to school today.
Listen, she doesn't need to learn.
I'm just gonna leave that there.
Oh, God.
I'm crying.
God damn, I miss this group.
Yeah, that's
It's good to be home.
That's the song. That is
Oh,
different.
I've heard that song many a times, Flint. I've heard that song many a times.
Yes, we cover it.
The Wet Spots. The Wet Spots is a phenomenal group.
It's on our new album.
Yeah, the Maiden covered it. It's quite good.
I have to hear it.
Ooh.
All right.
Okay, I think I've got my
back in
composure
character.
back.
Yeah, I might just need to mute myself for a bit.
Okay, I think I've got control.
So now that certain questions about Darwin have been answered, what would you guys like to do?
Head down to the pit.
Oh,
I mean,
go
Nessa
find
was
this guy.
a sanctum at least for me.
It's like, Dolphin's already
Nessa was assuming we were at least saying some stuff down first, so didn't really mention.
See, when Nessa and Dominic are at the stage where they're just used to just like having like stuffing cotton wool in their ears while they're reading in the evening.
To be fair, there's a mansion for that now.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
You go to an entirely
that's
separate
okay.
demi-plane not to have to deal with that.
Yeah.
That seems a bit extreme.
Fucking wizard.
No, it's obviously not fucking wizards. That's the point. Are you not paying attention?
to skip like half an hour of us.
Okay. Whew. Sorry,
We
where were
avoid
we
any more
going?
innuendos for like 2 minutes so I can get control.
No.
So, as the group of you descend to the bottom slab,
Okay. Well, it's not fucking first time.
You did that on purpose.
Indeed. This is that episode, friends.
Oh, we know.
so the group of you descend down to the bottom slab to where the bronze grit metalworks set up. Who's leading the search for the metalwork?
Oh,
Not me. I still don't
Anders
know
will.
if people will try and kill me in the street. Would people try and kill me in the street? Is that a thing I have to worry about?
No. I don't think it will.
They can certainly try.
Damn straight.
True.
I mean, half of them are unknown, but
I mean, you're not full orc.
I am not, but I do look pretty orky.
You definitely threw it to the
7 out
orc
of 10
side.
orc.
I'm like 3/4 orc, probably.
anyway. So half orcs aren't unknown in this area, but like there is a certain amount of xenophobia that is present in the Kraghammer mentality. So to a certain
That's
extent,
because
you're all
dwarves are racist.
no,
Well,
Yeah, that's why I'm worried about them killing me. Or trying to. Probably failing.
specifically
fail
the dwarves themselves in general actually aren't overly racist. It's specifically Kraghammer as a society that tends to.
They're a bunch of assholes.
Yeah, a little bit. Very focused on greed and profit. But for the time being, you guys have managed to make your way inside the city as potentially serving the interests of the city. So while, like, particularly you, Tariq, but most of you get sort of a few dirty looks from some of the more openly racist dwarves that you pass. Nobody actually is prepared to try anything. You don't. Tariq, roll a perception check, please. Just on your general paranoia.
Whoa, shit!
I am pretty paranoid, and this is a mountain.
Tariq is wise AF.
Yep.
Tariq has favored terrain mountain. We're in the mountain.
Oh.
You are indeed. And despite your heightened level of paranoia, sort of, the rest of you can see that Tariq is on edge, even for Tariq.
Yup.
But, like, Tariq, as you kind of sort of keep, periodically using, like, reflective surfaces to look over your own shoulder, glancing in windows as you walk past, you do notice that there's nobody actively following you. Nobody's showing that specific body language that would indicate that they're actively pursuing rather than just walking in the same direction.
I keep watching anyways.
Fair enough. So as you guys get down to the deepest level of the city, bottom slab. So Anders, can you make an investigation check for me, please?
Well, I'm great at
Literally ate
those.
him. Oh, they're good.
It's good.
So asking around and sort of having your regalia of the Allhammer on display, you are able to sort of, with minimal fuss, make your way to a large stone-carved building with, pardon me, oversized steel doors, like the kind of doors you would honestly, like, stereotypically expect of a dwarven metal foundry. They're big, they're massively oversized. Some would say possibly even compensatory. Driven through with an absurd number of rivets on them. It's just like the stereotypical dwarven door. And there's a large sign for those of you that can read Dwarvish directly over the top of it, saying, indicating that this is the Bronze Grip Metalworks.
Well, seems like we're in the right place.
Is there a door knocker or anything of those sorts?
Yes.
Or is it just like enter if you dare sort of deal?
No, it's like there's an open door. So again, like the smaller doors inside the big oversized doors seems to be a common theme for some of the more business-related places here. You gather that there's sort of caravan transportations that need to move in and out of some of these spaces quite frequently. And so there's a smaller door set into the large steel doors that's just standing open with a sign just indicating inquiries this way.
Anders will step through first.
Yeah.
I mean, we're here to do business in more ways than one.
So the area...
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Say no more, say no more.
Slap Darvin on the back.
Ow.
On the back or the backside?
Yeah, damn it, Bonnie, beat to it.
I'll leave that to your imagination, Bonnie.
Why not both?
I mean, I have a hand and a tail now, so smacky smack.
Yes, what is he doing with that tail?
That tail, my dude.
Reno's.
Reno's.
It's super effective.
At this point, that tail has become prehensile and fucking sentient. For all we know.
Got a mind of its own, sweetheart. I can't do anything with it.
Yep.
So, as you enter and ask around, you guys find yourselves directed to a rather haggard-looking, not haggard, what's the word? Harried looking older dwarf woman with steel grey hair, sort of hard features, not in a grumpy old lady way, just like kind of the face of a woman who's used to making hard decisions and has spent a lifetime working in her profession.
Morning to you.
I don't have all day. What is it?
I'm assuming you're, was it Hattie or Patty?
Haddy. Haddi.
I'm assuming you're Hattie Bronze Grip, then.
Are you seriously stepping into my office?
Well,
in the bronze
we're the ones you called for. And I'll pull out the contract.
Aye, that we are.
Hey.
Got any proof for this?
Lift up a shoulder.
Pull my Yep. Pull the pauldron up on the plate mail.
All right, then. So, you're here about the job I had sent through.
Hey.
All right, listen up. The mines have effectively shut down. It's been impossible to get any ore out of the Grayspine mines. And all we get from the miners when we try to ask questions and find out why is stories of monsters, of giant worms and things with tentacles on. It's like, that's all we get. Now, we know that deep in the mines underneath, far, far below, down in Ugvir, the Durgar had some sort of alliance with some creature years ago that's
A beholder. Yep.
had tentacles, had things and that kind of thing. But that was dealt with. Most people in this area know the stories about how that was dealt with. So hearing stories from miners saying that same kind of thing has come back is a little bit hard to believe, but it is what it is. My metal workers have started refusing to work as well, primarily because there's nothing for them to do. If they don't get any ore out of the mines, then the smelt works can't do anything. So I want you to go down there, find out what the fuck is going on, clear out those mines, and come back with some proof. Once those mines are clear, the Grapevines will have to send their miners back in so we can start production again. Right now, it's affecting the whole city that we can't get any produce out. And frankly, it's starting to get on my goat.
All right, Lars, we'll take it. We'll see it done.
Fine. Here, she sort of reaches into the top drawer of her desk and pulls out a small wooden token. Like, here, and chucks it to you. This will give you access to the area. That's an insignia that you're operating on behalf of House Bronze Grip. Now, it won't get you access to everywhere, but it should at least get you some permissions to at least go into the mines. I'll have one of my men sent come down with you and ensure that your credentials are recognized.
All right.
Sounds good.
Let's do this thing then.
She kind of stands up, and to be fair, the whole group of you tower over her. Even Nessa is slightly taller than this dwarf woman, but standing up, she kind of takes control of the environment just with the sheer force of her personality. And kind of sort of surprises all of you as she kind of stands up and she fills her lungs. I'm dead! Get your filthy ass in here!
Yeah, Nessa's a bit intimidated.
Tell him to wash his ass.
I love you,
I tell him that on a daily basis. A slightly smaller, younger dwarf hurries in. Like, sorry, ma'am. Sorry. What can I help you with? Like, take this lot down to the mines. See that their credentials are recognized. They've got a bronze grip icon to pass through, and tell the guards at the mines that I've authorized them to go in and investigate what's causing the disturbances to production. Right, ma'am? It's like, and? Yes. Right away, ma'am. And he kind of sort of like, make a, let's see. Anybody who wants to, make an insight check.
Sure.
I'm so good at these.
Bang.
Yeah, you guys did all right. Wasn't a high DC.
Hey!
Talking to him, and you know sort of a certain physical resemblance. You get the impression that this is either a son or a nephew or some kind of slightly younger relative.
Of course.
Okay, so Hamdit, if you'll follow me, please, and kind of walks out without sort of further glance backwards, and like even like with your back turned to her as you guys close the door, you can still just feel the force of her personality radiating through the door.
She has very large personality.
She's a little scary.
That's not the first time I've heard that description.
Yeah, you should have used your dark bro on her. Conquest number 2.
I don't know. I don't think he can take
Sorry,
another
sorry,
net like that last one.
Anders will look at him.
I'm not quite sure exactly what you're talking about, but if you're thinking of trying to seduce my mother, I would not recommend it.
Nessa just kind of like
Why's
face
that?
palms.
She
Like half face
has
palms.
3 ex-husbands for a reason.
Oh. So, but what I'm hearing is ex in front of husbands.
Nessa sighs.
Yeah.
Look, I'll take
She
you down
seems
to the
like
mines
she'd
and I'll
be
get
a
you to
praying
do it so that you
mantis
can,
type, and I'm in this.
I'm really not comfortable talking about this. He kind of sort of like just hurries off. It's like in that way.
Poor kid.
And he leads you through the various hustle and bustle, and for all of his youth and the certain amount of implied attitude that his mother gave when she called him in, like he moves through the area with like a natural comfort and kind of just like instinctively dodging out of the way of various equipment as it's carried past. And it's like the whole operation, like particularly as you guys get closer to the mines and you see very burly looking dwarves of both genders carrying large picks, heavy beams, rail lines between them, things like that. Like it's almost an elegantly choreographed dance where they all just kind of instinctively kind of dodge out of each other's way as they pass through. And Harmbit like sort of weaves through it like with a certain amount of elegance despite what belies his ears. So exactly, it is an optimized process. It's like that like the kind of way that you would look at a deployed unit setting up like a base camp in that kind of sort of almost chaotic way that still manages to get things done at a ridiculously optimized pace.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a shit show.
Yeah. With just with a way, just sort of an almost automated beauty to it. So you brought through to the mines, and there's a small group of carvers at the entrance to the smelt works and the mine area. But what's this all about? And Harmdit holds up his own credentials, identifying himself. So obviously, Harmdit, Bronze Grip. My lady Hattie sent me down here to admit these outlanders to assist with the situation in the mines there. And like, there's kind of sort of a bit of a sneer from the carvers at the boy, but they relent and they're just like, all right. Whatever you got to do then. And they sort of unbar the way and allow you in. Two.
That was too easy.
Giving a side glance at the younger dwarf.
Good luck.
Who in the group doesn't have dark vision?
Hi.
Darvin?
I have
Darvin
goggles
and
of
Nessa, I guess.
I've got
Darvin, Nessa, and me.
no, I've got goggles of night.
I think I have goggles. Let me make sure I still have my goggles.
I thought
Ree has a pair of goggles of night that she'll give to Anders.
Hey,
I think I might still have mine. I thought we were getting rid of. Or is that one of the things we decided to keep?
We left them in the quartermaster, so I borrow them every time I leave.
Okay, so I'll just ping you guys all down here so that you can see where we are. You guys are let into the area, and let me just...
Well, that new token looks so good.
Does.
Yeah. So, the group of you have been let in. The entrance tunnel that you're let into is not wide. This place has definitely been idealized for dwarven stature. So the tunnels are only about 5 foot wide. Roughly 6 foot tall. So, Rhiannon, you're going to be hunched a little bit.
Yeah, so is
I
Anders.
was gonna say.
And then this area you've been let into, as you can see, is about 35 feet wide and then narrows to a tunnel leading forward. So have you all got dark vision or otherwise light?
Yes.
Okay, so you can see forward into the tunnel, which reveals just at sort of the limit of your dark vision, a rail line stuck into the ground.
Jeez, Tariq, just charge on in there.
Yes,
Basically. Which way do we want to go, guys?
I was hoping to speak beforehand, but are we doing this now?
Oh, we can stop and speak. That's fine.
Yeah.
I would have moved by now, but my fucking mouse pad is doing crazy shit.
Maybe just come out into here where we have a bit more room than in that cramped little tunnel.
Why would you want to fight not in a cramped little tunnel?
Satchel.
Oh, you still got you've got spell sculpting and stuff like that, right, Nessa?
Of course. Just looks at me
Okay,
strangely.
Anders is claustrophobic. Let that be known. Anders is extremely claustrophobic, so this makes him uncomfortable.
Pick the right mission to come on.
Gotta face that fear sometime.
Fair enough.
Noble endeavor, Anders. But Nessa looks very uncomfortable, like looking around here. I was hoping to do this within a private sanctum. This is.
I could make a tiny hut if that would help.
It is still doing.
That will not particularly help in this endeavor, but thank you, Darvin. Just kind of glancing over, our guide, we still have a guide here, don't we? Or did he drop us off and just like let us in and then leave?
No,
Yeah, he totally just dropped us and ran.
And then you've basically just been locked in.
Alright.
Yep.
Well, if that is the case...
Because that's not ominous at all.
Yeah. Let me check my... This may best be done elsewhere. She's gonna take a second and just kind of like go up against one of these walls here and cast the mansion portal entrance. Follow me, I would rather not do this here.
I don't think Anders has ever been in the mansion.
Nope.
Into the
There's three.
I'm pretty sure the only people who have been is
Leon.
Dominic and Nick.
Oh no, sorry, yeah. Nick.
Yeah. Because Nick was there for the initial casting, but
I feel like I've used it before on a thing, but maybe I didn't. I guess this is technically my first mission since I got it, so yeah. I feel like, to be fair, people would have been let in at some point. It's just I haven't been able to roleplay, like, in chat a lot. So, Which is this is also why I'm using this time to do this now, so.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we should put a marker on the map because that's a good fallback position too in case we need it.
So if you're just like against this rail here is like a portal, and then she'll step through into the mansion.
And I'm assuming it's a bright gold portal.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Of course, it's Nestle.
I follow her into the mansion.
Yeah, let's go into the mansion.
Following?
Okay, as you step through into the vaguely, like it's a disconcerting thing to experience, that the absolute solidity of the space within the mansion around you, with that kind of hint of spectralness to it, as you know, it kind of is properly best described as in effect, a three-dimensional daydream bound to a demiplane. But the interior of the mansion is exactly what all of you would expect from Nethel Malorn, with shelves of books everywhere.
Yep. Because like, the entire foyer and everything in the main part is like a giant library, and then there's some halls down the side. But then just like a chorus of like semi-transparent voices of servants just saying like "Welcome back" to everyone. Or welcome.
I start perusing through the books.
Basically everything she's ever read.
Nice.
Nice.
Starts looking for smut.
Surreptitiously joins in.
If you add
Reese-
smut to the library here, has Nessa already or like automatically read it if you add it?
No, because it doesn't stay. It gets knocked. It gets.
I was gonna whisper to Lyra and just be like, "Have you got any in your pack?" I would just like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and all get ejected.
Spike
They're
in
just
the library
on the
in
floor
here.
of the mines.
I mean, that's
Please make
okay
it
too.
high quality smut then, so some dwarf can have a good time.
You never get me.
Just put one of Dob's business cards.
Dragons is what I learned about my Wild Mountain campaign.
It's got one of Dob's business cards in there, like a bookmark.
Yeah. Ray's like, wait. I think I've got something, and rifles through as you guys are doing.
Nessa's kind of thinking to herself for a bit and like looks around at the group. I believe this should be all right for dealing with any potential divination across the material plane, at least. Since this is a separate dimension of sorts, it should be all right. I tried to do a private sanctum back at the inn, but everyone was a bit too hasty to get down here. But I believe, at least, I may know something that may be going on down here. Perhaps not everything.
What's that?
I had a bit of a conversation, do you all remember that lich that was in the castle when we cleared it out initially?
Sure.
I remember hearing about it, yeah.
I heard about it.
Looks real pissed off right now.
Yeah, Nessa does not look pleased by this at all, but I had a bit
Rhiannon does not like that lich.
of conversation. Over
You had a
dream
conversation
spell.
with the lich?
Yes, over a dream spell. He let me know that he was going to be watching us on this mission, and apparently one of his underlings is involved with what is going on down here.
Why would he tell you that?
Because he's a prick? He likes to try to get in your head?
Yes, I am not one to be able to say what liches are thinking at any given moment. but
So he can talk to you in your head.
did once.
While you're sleeping.
There's a particular type of magic, Rhiannon, that can allow one to speak with someone over dreams while they are asleep.
So,
She starts fiddling in one of the pockets that she has, and she pulls out this ring, and she asks if you want it.
you mean the ring that's currently on Andrew's finger?
The mind shielding one.
Yeah.
Did I give that to you, did I?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Anders will slip it off his finger and give it to Nessa.
Well, maybe Andrew's hand was in her pocket.
Maybe. You never know.
Nessa looks at it and basically knows what it is, but shakes her head. I do not think that will
Would that work?
be of any use in this particular instance. It seems... She opens up, like, one of her notebooks and starts flipping through it to a page and just starts reading through it. He did say that he would be watching, which I assume would mean all of us, potentially scrying, which this particular ring would not work with particularly well. However, from what I recall and I wrote down, he said, one of my most trusted servants, whom has met some of your colleagues already, and she kind of like looks a little curious about that over the group and see if they get any ideas about this, will be down there connecting with lost family. Said take a good close look at them, and whatever happens next is up to you, but I will be watching. And
We've met this.
Perhaps some of us have. I was hoping one of you may know.
So, let's think back. And Anders will put a hand on Darvin's shoulders. The stories we've heard about things that live down here. What was it? Durgar? Dark dwarves?
Durgar, Mind Flayers,
Maybe.
Fomorian.
Has anyone... Anders will look around the group. Has anyone encountered Mind Flayer?
Also, from what I wrote down, he gave me advice, said that this particular servant of his was a practitioner like myself. He said he wondered whether I can abjure as well as I can evoke. And she just kind of like scrunches her nose at that.
So at that, Lyricel, can you make me an intelligence check for me?
You still have the headband on?
She sure does. I wasn't giving that up. Straight intelligent.
That's what makes her smart.
Woo!
So with that particular description, Lyricel, something twigs as you remember that during the hunt when the group, a lot of whom are present today, went and found the ancient white dragon, which you discovered was known as the Heart of Winter.
Fuck.
A servant who was thoroughly rugged, and in particular had a scarf swathed around his face, so only his eyes were visible, was definitely a practitioner of the arcane as he arrived, and now that you're actively thinking about it, was speaking directly into all of your minds without the necessity of the sound having to pass through your ears, and immediately teleported the body of the ancient white dragon away.
Don't like.
That sounds like a problem.
Anders will slip the ring back on his finger.
And it tuned that motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna pull a scroll out,
about this person,
but I'm not gonna cast it.
Not about the person. No.
But from what she's Excuse me. From what she's told us, to me that sounds, and I'll turn to Darvin, like a mind flayer, and he'll look back at Nessa.
That'd be...
Killed a couple of mind flayers in a dungeon recently.
So you an intelligence check or anything like that for putting those things together, maybe, or whether.
DM.
Yeah.
Would that be, like Nessa said, maybe an intelligence check to put 2 and 2 together?
Or other ideas
Sure.
for why someone would be
Down here visiting
telepathically
old family.
speaking and covering, with covered face.
Yeah, I'll say make an intelligence check.
Okay.
Nessa.
Yeah.
Darvin as well. You can make a history check since you're familiar with Vox Machina's travels down here.
Would that be me as well?
Sure.
That should be a 17, by the way.
You've got your Luckstone still?
Yeah, I was playing around with my character sheet and forgot to check that again.
Okay. So 17. Yep. So, Nessa, you realize that the list of options of creatures down here that could have anything that may be considered family is very, very short and pretty much reduced to drow, durgar, or possibly mind flayers if there were any left after Vox Machina had dealt with them. Darvin, your knowledge of the stories of the Vox Machina definitely leads you to think that there's probably something linked to the mind flayers down here that's being referenced, because the Durgar would have fled deeper into the Underdark after Kavan's influence and the influence of the Elder Brain had been broken after they came through. And there's been no evidence of drow that you're aware of passing through this area of late.
Oh, I share that.
Yes, it does seem like the Illithid may be a potential suspect in this case.
So, what exactly are they?
Yeah.
What are
he
they?
looks real confused.
Especially with the mention
Yeah,
of
what-
tentacles down here.
Yeah.
Fucking brain munchers, man.
The
Have we
Illithid.
seen... So,
Nessa, can I
question,
get
have
you to
we
make a
seen the
nature
picture
check
that's
for
on
me?
that posted contract?
Me.
What was that, David?
So that poster that's on the job board has like the picture on it, right? Have we seen that in character?
Probably not.
Yeah. We'll say yes, because that's...
Cool.
We're fucked.
We have seen
I'm
it. Can we like try and recognize it?
Yeah, I would have tried to investigate the fuck out of that.
Go ahead. Ness,
Got
make
it.
an investigation check. I'll say make an investigation check, Nessa, with advantage because you are inside the mansion, so you can effectively catalog your entire brain.
26.
26 is pretty good.
I mean,
Okay. You've never seen one personally. You've never encountered anybody who claims to have seen one. But you have read a little bit about the Mind Flayer's method of reproduction, where in the...
Ceramorphosis?
This is where the hentai comes in.
Oh,
Giggity.
God.
Smut Nessa's red.
Just jumping straight into the deep end.
The brain brain churning milkmaid.
Literally
That's what
fucking hell, Nessa.
No kiddie pool for Nessa.
No. There's only one pool that was in the book that Nessa had read on the subject. It was the Elder Brains pool, where the tadpoles of the species referred to as mind flayers reproduce. And when a tadpole reaches a specific level of maturity, it is then implanted into the brain of a sentient creature. Where it physically transforms that creature into what is commonly known as a mind flayer. The most common type of creature used for this is a humanoid of a reasonable level of health and a reasonably strong tadpole. However, it is known that certain mind flayer colonies do tend to experiment by implanting the tadpoles into other creatures,
God.
as long as it has a certain level of intelligence. Other than that, you're not 100% sure what the described drawing, which you gather is from like miners' stories, and therefore potentially exaggerated. You're not sure exactly what it is, or what it originally was. But with the presence of the tentacles, and its apparent mutated state, you're pretty confident that you're looking at some sort of mind flayer variant.
This is going to be even more complex. We will really need to be careful here.
Is
Indeed.
Nessa's telling us all that?
Yes?
Yep, okay. With that, Ree's going to pull out that scroll she had, and she's going to cast Enhance Ability on herself. And give herself advantage on wisdom saving throws.
Oh,
How long does that
shit.
last?
Isn't enhanceability a checks thing?
Yep.
Yep. So I have advantage
saves.
on... You can choose. Yeah, you can choose. So target has advantage on wisdom checks, which I'm assuming is wisdom saves.
No.
No.
No,
It's
that's-
actually different than
No.
saves. Be like perception
Sorry.
and stuff for
That's not-
checks.
Good.
Just
Well,
as
still,
a
I'm still going to do it.
I would say do
So
like
just
strength
as a-
and stuff so you can like, in case you get grappled.
Yeah.
she has a
Yeah.
strength.
Well, she already has.
That's
She's raging. She already has.
Last time
You can
I
go
came
Bear's
across
Endurance
this-
and pick up those temp hit points.
Yeah, 10 hit points.
Yeah, but last time I came across this bloody lich asshole, he mind controlled me.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay,
Did not
guys. I only
like.
have disadvantage on wisdom saves. It's fine.
Why do
Wait,
you
what?
have disadvantage on wisdom saves?
Oh, you have a cursed weapon!
I
Wait, what?
We have to free her of that. Seriously.
You guys don't know. You don't know.
Yeah, we have to know about it first.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's news to me.
Yeah.
Hey, remember the last time I encountered a cursed item? Don't make me break out the power of the fucking all hammer on this shit now.
It's fine. It's fine. It
Yeah.
only tries to burn me a little bit, and it only gives me disadvantage on wisdom saves. Other than that, it's fine.
Yeah, the last time there was a cursed object in the party that re-encountered, she almost got disintegrated.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yes.
yeah. That was the night.
Glaring
that was the slide.
at her husband.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
Glaring
That
at
was
her
the night.
husband.
Everyone in the party saw Ree naked.
Except Nail.
That nail was around the corner.
That was an interesting day.
Yeah, that was a slot fight, and that shit was insane.
That was not fun.
Thinking a moment, Nessa's gonna kind of like give a side glance over to Darvin. So, abjuration.
Abjuration. I've got I've got a bit of it. Just the basics: counterspell, dispel magic, stuff
Those
like
will
that.
definitely be useful, most probably, as do I. I can.
I have dispel magic as well.
I am unsure if. Well, actually, let me check the listings here because she would be sure of this. So. Protection from evil and good will be useful. And looking over to Anders, do you have it? And Lyrazel.
I
have it.
Also good.
I did not prepare it.
Fucking monster hunter.
Fucking monster hunters. I have protection from evil and good and banishment should it become necessary.
Same.
Yeah, I have banishment prepared today, so
Those may be especially useful.
Everybody's loading up the banishment shotgun.
I have
An abjuration. I have, for some reason, I have pass without trace as abjuration. I'm almost certain that's wrong, but
it might be.
I have that too.
Sounds right. Yenna says the counterspell, dispel magic, protection from evil and good. Private sanctum won't be useful in this case, except for back of the thing.
I have Glyph of Warding if we can get it lured somewhere, whatever we're fighting, but that takes time to cast and prepare, so it's not like I can use it
freedom
on
of
one.
movement seem useful at all in a situation like this?
Considering that, well, what do we know about mind flayers in character from what?
So you know that they, like as I described, you know a little bit about their reproduction process. You know the commonly held understanding that they appear to subsist by consuming the brains of living creatures, which also allows them to absorb the intellect and experiences of that creature.
Yes, but do we know that, like, they normally have to, like, they grapple around the creature and then numb its brains, basically?
Yes, you'd be aware that you would have to get effectively restrained by the creature in order to have it suck your brains out.
Then she can definitely tell Anders that freedom of movement would be very useful in avoiding that happening.
Oh, dope. I'm immune to being restrained. They can't get me.
Awesome.
Oh, that's fine.
Everybody hide behind Tariq.
I've got some special things in mind for you.
Whoa! Is that a promise?
whoa.
DM can meta too.
Hey,
That
man.
wasn't meta. It was mostly me asking if Nessa would know about that to be able to explain.
Oh no, that's fine. Yeah, you would not you would have a reasonable understanding that most likely that the creature needs to physically restrain you and presumably get at the back of the head, where access to the brain is significantly easier than it would be through the base.
And then a spell that would
Do we have
keep
a few
that from happening
hours?
would be useful.
You guys have as much time as you would like to take. The mansion lasts for 24 hours, remember?
This is very true.
Would Nessa have thought to include something, I don't know, Dear Anders, to maybe craft something really quick to protect people's skulls? Metal, that sort of thing?
I think that's a little bit out. I'd say that that's a little bit outside of
Yeah.
capacity with the mansion, because Nessa's instinct with casting the mansion itself would be unlikely to have a forge in it.
Also, the fact
Okay.
that you don't have the materials for it and everything that... nothing can be taken out of the mansion. Nothing that...
Yeah,
Okay.
He has fabricate.
Can I step outside and find any sort of like scrap metal or ore or that sort of thing sitting around?
Sure. Step outside and make an investigation check.
By the way, definitely not a forge in here, unless he specifically asked her for one before they went in, but probably wouldn't have.
I think he has fabricate though.
You
he does?
damn right.
Ooh, fabricate, nice.
Forge cleric.
You said
can just make
investigation?
shit.
Yes.
Yep.
Well, I can also use my. Let me look it up. I gotta find my book. But it's essentially something that I take an hour that doesn't cost spell slots, and I can just make something as long as it's below 100 gold.
Yeah, you got
and-
that channel divinity, right?
Do you need the raw materials to pull that off?
Oh.
I do, but it has to be something. Possibly.
So, stepping outside the mansion and looking around, Anders, you
Give me a
take some
second.
time.
Guidance. God damn it.
You look around and you spend a good 30 minutes or so sort of picking around in the vicinity. And
It's just like,
so
I'm
what
gonna
I'll
go
do is
investigate. Bye, Nessa.
so I'll expose this area here around, and you also sort of discover this alcove here and this alcove over here. Now, normally you would expect that a mine would have quite a bit of like scrap ore and slag and stuff like just been discarded, especially sort of as this appears to be one of the supply train, like the supply rails.
Not so much.
The mine itself has been picked clean, so
Fuck.
you gather that it's been a few weeks since they've been able to get any real fresh ore. So all of the scrap stuff that they would normally discard has also been gathered up as well.
Son of a bitch.
The movement will help people immensely.
And
Well, I
I'll
was
just hit
just
shit
saying-
really hard.
I
I've
was
got
gonna
some
use
spare silver if that helps.
anything that's a hard metal. Spare silver, spare iron, fucking copper. Well, no, copper wouldn't do.
I've got 239 silver pieces with your name on it.
Let me see how much actual silver I have,
Megan's
because
gonna
I'll
try
fucking start dumping. I've got it. Because it's 10 silver to a copper, correct?
Correct.
10 copper to a
other way
silver.
around. 10 copper to a
Other
silver.
way
10 copper
around.
to a silver, 10 silver to a gold.
I have 27 silver.
I
And
got
8
like
copper.
68 silver.
I have like
You're
7
gonna have
silver. I have a
31,000
lot of
gold.
gold though.
Nessa, aren't you wearing the robe of useful items?
Oh, those are true.
Is there anything
fucking
like that might be
portable
useful?
ram could work?
Let me see.
Yeah, but sometimes you just get like bars of metal.
Where is my listing?
I mean, I don't think I have all the junk that I asked for that one hunt. No, I pretty much cleaned out my inventory. Still got that fucking potion of water breathing though for some stupid reason. I've had that shit for
Dagger,
months.
Bullseye lantern, steel mirror, 10-foot pole, hempen rope, and a sack, and 3 ladders, 2 boats. Wait, no, that's different. That's. Wait, is it? Oh, additional patches. Yes. Okay, ladders, boats, scroll, silver coffer. Ha
That'll work.
All right. So yeah, if he's letting Nessa know what he needs, just like I remember.
Yeah, I need anything. I need enough metal to make some like minor skull caps. Just something to cover the back of your heads.
She picks out the robe, looks around, like patting down the patches, pulls it around, finds the silver coffer one, and rips it off.
This should work. Oh, get to work. And
All right.
I'll sit down and I'll burn both channel divinities. I'll burn as many fabricates as I've got, which is 3.
Well,
And then
I've got a helmet.
got-
so
well, I was going to say, so do I.
Would
who's-
it be considered armor?
No. Helmets aren't classified as armor typically.
Yep, they removed that for 5th ed. So you
Okay,
can
great.
literally just wear like a skull cap as basically just a hat Doesn't change your AC.
We're all getting tinfoil
But
hats against the mind flayers.
Goddamn right.
Pretty much.
Okay, as long as it doesn't mess with my unarmed defense.
No, it doesn't. It wouldn't. It has no effect on
I
it.
was about to say, as long as it doesn't mess with her hair.
Yeah, that too.
Priorities.
Got to keep my war braid looking good.
That would be my barbarians worry about that, so.
Illithid are aberrations, aren't they?
Yes.
Yep.
Guess
Which
who
is why
has
I was
10
glad that
bolts of
protection's
aberration
evil and good.
slaying?
Guess who also has arrows of aberration slaying?
You're all welcome. Alright, whose fire alarm is dying?
That's
I
ours.
I think that's out there.
I know.
Oh, thank God. I thought it might be mine.
So I really only have to do this 4 times, correct?
I believe so.
Wouldn't
Unless
you be able to
Tariq's
make
got
like
something?
4 skull caps?
I don't have something for my head. I normally
Alright,
just...
so I'll burn a.
My
I
hair
probably could
fabric.
just do it with a single fabricate.
You actually could, yeah. The fabricate spell uses isn't it a 10-foot cube?
10-foot cube or 8 connected 5 feet cubes.
Yeah, I'll say for the sake of brevity, you burn 10 minutes to use a fabricate spell, and you now have 4 silver skull caps.
Here, wear this. Don't get your brains munched.
Good idea,
Fits
Anders.
under her hat.
Anders would have taken that into consideration. God damn it.
There's a lot of
I love how
novelty
everybody
underwear
forgets
in this
that Tariq
tank.
still has edible underwear sitting in his.
I
don't think
do
it's
still
sitting
have edible
anywhere.
underwear sitting in my...
To be fair, so did Nessa.
For a special occasion.
She probably threw hers away, though. But still got the candies.
Yeah, I imagine it was a very awkward conversation with Dominic one day. It's like, dear, what is this?
So Mary
Something we got
Poppins
on an
gave me
acid
some
trip.
edible underwear in a candy world.
Oh.
That was a weird trip.
So, are you guys? Is that all you guys are doing? The fabrication and
Yeah.
okay.
Actually,
So,
before we at least, did anyone else need to do anything in the mansion? Otherwise, Nessa would also want to ritual cast Rary's telepathic bond, so we don't have to go saying anything.
sure.
Might as well use it.
What's the
Sure.
the time on Raries? Is it 24 hours?
It's an hour. I mean, if we're
Okay.
going back out. Otherwise, if we're staying in here for a little bit longer, then she'll wait. But
Let's head out. Sooner we get
Yeah,
this
I'm
done,
cool.
the sooner we can get home.
Yeah,
all right.
let's kill us some brain suckers.
And then,
So,
yeah, who wants the... I guess we should probably kind of, before we leave, decide who's going to cast what on whom when we get into combat, so we don't have to worry about wasting time on that. Like buff spells, protection from evil and good, things like that.
I've still gotta find it. Honestly, I've got so many fucking spells. It's pitiful.
Cleric problems.
Oh,
Right?
yeah, clerics only know. Oh wait, all of their spells.
Yeah.
That must be nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they
Don't
just have to
hate.
pick what they actually prepare.
don't
each day.
hate.
Well, I can at least cast protection on Darvin going forward, if anyone else wants to pick their person.
What level?
Protection from evil and good is a first level.
So
I've got detect evil and good, but apparently not protection from evil and good.
Mm-hmm.
You sure you just haven't added it into your thing?
Probably.
Well, when we leave the mansion, we will cast the ability.
Okay.
I can hit myself with protection from evil and good.
Yeah, you should have access to it, Anders.
Yeah, I'm just apparently haven't added it in. So I'll cast it on Bree.
Question actually.
Go
For Dom, do mind flayers count as extraplanar beings?
I mean, they're
No.
not technically originally from this plane.
Well, they actually are. They're from the far future.
Right, which is kind of why I ask.
They are classed
Okay.
as aberrations.
Yes. I'm wondering if I banish them, will they go to a different plane and stay there, or will they go to the harmless demi-plane kind of deal?
Guess you'll find out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can we
'Cause I got
make
it prepared, too.
an intelligence check to see if we could figure that out?
I'll say no, because the mind flayers as a species are not tremendously well researched. Some of the more daring adventurers have documented what they can about them, but mostly they are consistently recorded as being evil creatures that are intolerant of others and enslave everyone with the intellect that they encounter.
The fanboys
So
know
we should
that
all be fine,
Vox Machina.
except that.
Blew the head off one.
Yeah, did Vox
Yep.
Machina find an elder brain, or is that a?
Yep.
No, they found an elder brain.
Then
And they
Nessa could at least make the educated guess that if the elder brain was on this plane, then anything that came from the tadpoles here would be from this plane, technically.
Also be from this plane. Yeah.
Sure, I'll allow that. Yep.
So if there is an elder brain
Let's get
creating
this.
the ones here, that could be the case.
Let's
that
get
they
this
were
road on the
originally
show.
from this plane.
Alrighty,
All right.
let's do this.
All right.
Okay, so in your investigation, looking for materials, Anders, I've exposed sort of the region of the map that is now visible to you as a group. You've noticed that the rail line does cross across this river of lava. The heat is incredibly intense getting close to it, but it is bearable. You could quite feasibly walk across. There appears to be more of the facility to the north.
Do we see mine carts or anything of that sort?
Make a perception check.
I'm good at those. Relatively.
I'll say, because I like using my little bits and pieces. I'll say there's a cart just on the edge of the lake just here.
All right, who's going across first?
Where you'll go.
I'll go.
Nessa has a carpet.
Flip
If
for
other
it.
people want to join on that.
Sounds good. She'll share on Nessa's carpet.
So what is it? Tarek and Ree first?
Yep.
Sure.
Yep.
I'll
How many
also
fit on the
point out
carpet?
that little cart that I just dragged out for you all. You guys can control it.
For real?
Ha we can.
Oh,
we can.
So how many fit on the carpet?
I believe it's up to a certain number of pounds, so it should be.
Oh, yeah, no,
I don't
Anders ain't
think
on that.
Ree does.
Nope. Anders is a weighty boy right now.
It is not.
Yeah, Ree's 130 kilos, so that's like a
It was
lot of
not-
pounds.
That's about 280.
I should probably have asked about this to like DMs now because the stats I was given for that carpet are not any of the stats that were given on a normal carpet. So
Yep, it's fine. I'm rolling the D100 for it now.
thank you.
It is a 4 foot by 6 foot carpet.
Okay.
With a carrying capacity of 400 pounds and a flying speed of 60 feet.
Okay. So up to 400 pounds.
Yeah, no. Anders ain't fitting on that.
Nessa's
Yeah.
Did Tariq go off the
You could
rails?
probably fit 3 people.
Yes, Tariq has gone off the rails.
Following the example of his player, yes.
I love you, David. You beautiful bastard.
Nessa, Larissa, and probably one more
Trying to
person.
steal the minecart from me. That could not stand.
Well, probably, yeah. You and Darv and Ray on it.
Anders is just going to walk across the. Yeah, Anders is just going to walk across the chalice because the heat won't bother him.
Yep. I'm taking that cart off you.
Having so much fun.
All right. So between flying carpets, walking across, and the cart, we're across the thing.
Sure. Are you guys following the tracks, or are you going to jump over onto this ledge over here?
I know
You're
better than to
adorable.
try and jump
Yeah,
10
Split
feet
the
across
party,
lava.
split the
You're-
party.
Well, I mean, you
You're
can fly across with the
adorable.
carpet.
That's true.
One at a, like maybe 1 or 2 at a time.
Split the party, split.
That never goes
What's wrong with
badly.
that? It's a very short distance.
Yes, until they start going in different directions.
Oh, I meant more of the people taking the carpet over 2 at a time.
Let's go.
Tariq in that damn minecart.
Hey, to be fair, it could come in handy later.
Also, considering
Yes, it could.
Oh,
considering
got to the end of the.
that Lich and
That's
his
alright, we can pick
henchmen
it up.
may or may not be involved, and this is keeping an eye out for traps, considering what happened in the castle.
Oh god,
That's
yeah.
fair.
Okay, so as you guys come out into at the end of the tracks here, Anders, make a perception check for me.
Oh, fucking.
Oh, God damn it. Can I get in on this action?
Yeah.
I am right next to him.
Sure.
Yeah. I don't see shit. I rolled a natural 2.
Oh,
Tariq sees
Tarek sees
everything.
everything.
Tariq sees into the future. The mind flayer future.
Tariq does see into the future. What the future currently contains is what appear to be
Durgar?
some Durgar. which
Did
immediately
Durgar have-
turn and flee.
Oh, no, you fucking
Yeah.
don't. My hunter's mark one of them.
Same.
Okay.
Nice.
All hunters mark the one Tariq doesn't.
Okay, let me
'Cause I can
just
do that
mark-
now.
You can do that because you are a vengeance paladin.
I can see it. I can try to
Indeed.
mind spike it.
So you see them
mean.
like what you can see is they run over to some rails here, and they grab some carts of their own, and in the company of several drow
Ooh.
hanging around,
It's gonna be a
That's
car race.
unexpected.
they start to move off into the tunnel.
Anders will look to
Fast and
Tariq,
Furious.
nod, and do what Anders does best and do something stupid.
Oh boy.
It's gonna be
Okay.
Fast and the
Boy.
Furious.
Yep, Anders is going to give chase.
as you do, I'll get you guys to roll. I'll get you guys to roll initiative because as they start to run off into the tunnel. One of the drow puts his fingers in his mouth and whistles piercingly.
Oh, fuck.
Ooh.
Oh!
Oh!
Oh, damn, we are rolling good on initiative.
Except Vanessa and Lyra.
They're either rolling
Yeah.
really good or really bad.
I feel dirty. I'm not used to double
It's
digits.
gonna be one of those nights, isn't it? For
Yeah.
roll 20. Where everything's either a crit or like a 2.
Yeah. 2 is
We
still
need to
better
get,
than
like-
1.
I need to start rolling. There we go. Keep forgetting on the hat, except I can't see him.
Hey,
I'm gonna
go
roll
on.
again because I didn't.
I keep forgetting that Anders
Oh, I
has a.
didn't click my token.
All right, I've got
So-
you sorted.
It's alright, I'm
Or I
just
need
gonna
to roll for
update mine.
Golwyn.
Just got so excited.
Why does your initiative say 20 when you rolled an 8, Ez?
Because I rolled first and I rolled a 20, but I hadn't clicked my icon.
Oh, I see.
So I just did it to get.
Yeah, she's got a 20 right before my initiative.
Okay.
I led the high initiative charge.
Golwyn
Look,
just
look
got
at
my-
Darvin and Anders rolling natty 20 initiative.
Okay.
Starting the night off right.
Can only go down from here.
Yup.
That's not the spirit.
That is.
Come on, guys.
I mean, it's in the
Be
spirit of what Darwin did.
Mm-hmm.
You said the drow whistled and what happened?
Whistled piercingly,
Okay.
as in
Nothing has
in the
happened.
sense of like signaling something.
Gotcha.
Holy fucking shit, that's a lot of drow added onto the tracker.
Wait, what?
Okay.
Oh, fuck me.
It's fine.
So you don't run off before the AoE.
Mm-hmm.
So, are we playing with the fact that Drow and Duragar have sunlight sensitivity?
Yeah.
I'm about to fuck them up then.
Here's a
'Cause
sun god
I have a
bounding on
nifty.
the sun.
No, not technically anymore, I don't think. I think I was told to get rid of the armor because it was homebrew.
Was.
I
Also,
thought you just meant
Pelor
like
was
daylight
kind of
spell.
mad at you for having
Yeah, I pissed off a god.
I mean, that's a
do
pretty
have
good
daylight
reason to get rid
prepared
of
today.
something.
But I also have a sun blade that puts off sunlight. But they have to be within 30 feet of me. So guess who gets to play the tank?
You?
Yup.
Not me for a change.
Nessa, a tank?
No, I play tank twice a week, so.
Oh.
Tanks are fun.
They are.
Tank. Erin has discovered this. That's why she loves playing Ree. That tanks are fun to play.
They're very fun to play.
Tanks can fuck shit up.
Dex tanks.
I
I,
know.
love Dex tanks.
Yeah, good old fashioned dodge tank. God, yes. It's like the Jocks Machina one shot they did at Stream of Many Eyes. You had Barbarian Paladin, Barbarian Fighter, Paladin, and a Rogue, who happened to be a half giant from the Dark Sun world set. So
That's good.
apparently they have like an 8 or 10 person game that they run weekly now.
Jesus.
awesome.
And it's like Joe Manganiello and Tom Morello, Rage Against the Machine, Vince Vaughn.
Damn.
Yeah, it's like bigger names from like the 90s and early 2000s.
Nice.
And professional wrestlers, which is cool on my part.
Would Ray know about drow sensitive to summer?
Make a nature check.
Oh, shit. She's not very wise, guys.
Oops.
No.
Oh, wait.
No, that's initiative. It's all
Okay,
good.
good. Okay, good.
Guidance.
No, it's okay.
And guidance. Ooh,
Guidance.
I'm gonna need that guidance. Yeah.
You know that Drow and Durga are creatures of the Underdark. But beyond that, you're not really certain of any weaknesses, specific weaknesses, or anything that you know of. So, okay, I just need to zoom out a bit so I can see where all my various tokens I gotta move around are. There it is. So, with that one, I'm going to...
We're gonna do this good old fashioned way, Ree.
So,
Fuck shit up.
I can punch a mountain.
Tariq and
Calm
Anders, you can
Yup.
hear to the north. So, you can see just here to the north of you as you guys enter the room. Just here, you can see three large boxy units, and in between them, you can see an orange glow of what you take to be magma. And beyond that, you hear the sound of a door smashing open and running feet.
Beyond that, so like this way?
Yes, that's right. And you see another drow come running around the corner and head into the tunnel, following them.
I like how I wrote a natural 20 and I still don't have. I'm still like 6th to go.
Rip.
Yep.
Yep. Good thing I have all my healing spells prepared.
This guy's gonna go.
You got the re button ready?
Oh, I keep the re button ready, dude. And I have all the diamond dust to me.
Darvin, you're up.
It could be.
There's a couple of different versions of the re button.
Moving on. Darvin, you're up. Tariq, you're on deck.
All right. So I will move up there. And I'll just throw a firebolt at the one I can see.
Yep, sure. Yeah, let me double check. Pretty sure that hits.
Yeah.
Fucking natural 19 or natural 18.
Yep. Bam! 19 points of fire damage. He kind of sort of screams as the fire impacts to him. Let me just double check. Yep, cool. Just had to double check something. Yep. Okay, so you blast him. It briefly singes him in the sides. It impacts his thick leather armor, and he stumbles a bit as he sort of goes after his colleagues.
That'll do it.
Okay. So, Tariq.
All right, I'm gonna. I have the movement to just get next.
Sure.
Can I see what's around me before I make?
Yeah.
Oh,
Never mind.
I'll shout
Let's
back to
just
everyone else. Guys,
back
I
that up.
found the rest of them. And I guess I'm gonna bonus action to Slayer's Prey this guy in front of me, and then I'm just gonna wail on him a couple times with my sword.
Yep.
Mustard.
Okay, sure. Let's go. He can have a radioactive symbol for being Slayer's Parade. Yep. Hit
Sure.
and hit.
Oh, ignore the force damage on that.
That's fine.
I forgot to take it off.
That's 22 points of damage.
26 to. So with the D6 from Slayer's Prey, it comes out to 26.
Yep.
Awesome.
Okay, so you carve into him, and he's not looking happy. But as you sort of rip into him, one of your sword strikes comes basically down his back. Then you sort of reverse the strike and come in up under the left arm and catch him in the ribs. Like, it doesn't. He's not bleeding freely, but he's definitely felt a few impacts, and he kind of turns, draws his own sword, and turns to face you.
They're drow. They probably speak Abyssal, right? I'll swear at him in Abyssal a little bit too. for
They
good
actually
measure.
don't. They speak
Well.
Elvish and Undercommon.
Well, I figured he might. I'll still swear at him in Abyssal. I imagine it's a pretty angry-sounding language.
Yeah, I imagine so.
All right,
So,
and then I'm done.
okay. So this one up here is going to get out of the way of the carts their Durgar companions are pushing. And having seen you attack one of his friends, or his colleagues at least, is going to shoot you with his crossbow, Tariq.
7 will miss.
7 will miss. So an arrow, crossbow bolt flies past you, Tariq.
Certainly going to try.
And that's him. Rhiannon! Anders, you're on deck.
Already got my plan.
All right. Ree's gonna run.
Just for so your visual awareness, as you've also got this tunnel here is
There's a
visible to
wall
you.
there. 45 feet, so right there next to Eric. And she's going to cast using one of her scrolls.
Fuck.
Arms of Hadar.
Okay. It's been a while since I've cast that. I need to check what it does.
Oh, that.
Isn't that the like tentacle arms?
Yeah.
I have tentacle arms.
It's too soon, Ray. It's too
I think
soon.
that affects me, but
Wouldn't it be
Should be
like
fine.
enemies though?
Each creature.
Because she controls it.
it's all
No,
creatures
it's
within
creatures.
10 feet of you.
Fuck.
Gotta mind of their own,
So-
sweetheart. Can't do
That's
anything
fine.
with them.
It's fine. I'm really good at strength saves.
Yay.
Okay,
Okay.
so
Yeah.
Well, that's no
so
fun.
this guy, 2 Durgar,
Tariq is
and the 2
fine.
nearest drow to you, Rhiannon, have to make the saves, as well as Tariq.
I roll a 23. I think that's
Okay,
fine.
pretty sure you're good. Okay.
So if they fail, they can't use reaction.
Okay, strength save, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, so the 2 drow fail and success. I believe your DC's not that high at the moment, is it? Ez?
It's really not.
This is from a scroll, right?
Yeah.
Arms of Hadar is a first level spell, so the DC is probably 13, I think.
Yeah, it's not high.
Okay, and the 2 Durga fail and fail. So this drow that is engaged with Tariq is the only one that's passed the check.
So he's the only one that can make a reaction. The other 3 can't, and the one that's saved takes 4 points of necrotic damage.
Okay. And they all... Okay, so he takes 4, the others all take 9.
Tariq will call out to Ree, "Careful where you're waving your tentacles, Ree!"
It's alright, I learned how to spellcast with my brother.
Oh,
Fair enough.
That does not reassure me in this context.
Ray takes a step
Oh,
back,
that's
even though she's ages away.
Ah, shit.
I remember the last time Dominic purposely dropped a spell on Ree. What happened?
That was
Anders
ages
slap.
ago.
Yeah, Anders slaps him and then gets blown up by the book.
Yeah, fun times.
What was that? Like the clasp attack?
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah.
He dropped it. Yeah, it was. He dropped it. He dropped a shatter on you during the clasp attack, and Anders goes to backhand him in the dorms later on and gets nuked by the fucking book and almost dies.
Yes, because those books aren't going to make another appearance at all.
No.
God damn it. God
Freaking
damn it.
books, we should just burn them all.
No.
Hey.
Okay, Hitler.
I was going to say, stop being a fun Nazi.
That's only. It's only for that turn, I think. Arms of Hadar. It doesn't have a. It just says instantaneous. It's not a.
Yeah.
It's only like the 1 turn thing.
Never
so.
mention burning books in front of Anessa. Never.
Time to reenact the Library of Alexandria.
Oh, fuck no. The Lich did that, and she's gonna kick his fucking ass.
Alright. Yeah. Oh, and as a bonus action, Ree would like to rage.
Okay. You are now raging.
Anders.
My turn?
Yeah.
Go for it.
So I think I measured this correctly. I'd like to get up next to like asshole. And I am going to drop a wall of fire.
Okay.
To keep said assholes from running.
Just go like there.
Oh, I'm
like
gonna
10 foot. Or something like that.
Yep.
Just like
It certainly
swirly
is.
whirly.
just like that. Keep him from running.
With the Bernie side here.
Oh yeah. Bernie side facing inward to just fucking roast all of them.
Okay.
So we're going for the new Doom. They're trapped in hell with us.
Oh yeah.
They were always trapped in here with us.
It's you ever seen The Watchmen?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
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 I'm not trapped in here with you. You're trapped in here with me.
Nah. Aaron's reference to Doom 2016 is from my friend Ben, who incidentally is the mind of Karnak. Give you that. Yeah. He and I were discussing the various Doom games, and I commented about how I hated 3. And he's like, yeah, it wasn't great, because Doom 3, the premise is you're stuck in hell with demons. And Doom 2016 goes back to the roots where the demons are trapped in hell with you. Rip and tear! Alright. Okay.
What's your damage for that? Oh, it's a dex save
yeah,
or
I forgot
something,
I gotta
isn't
roll damage. It's a dex save.
Yes, you do. I will make a whole bunch of dex saves.
And it's out to, I believe, 10 feet. Each creature within its area must make a dexterity saving throw. Takes 5d8 fire damage. So if you had a permit good DM, I'm going to roll some damage.
Go for it. What's your DC, by the way, Anders?
18.
Okay, those drow did not succeed.
The Durgar should have to too. He's within 10 feet of the wall.
Yep. I got a wisdom of 20 and a max of 22.
Jesus.
I got a book, man. That's all that mattered. I rolled a natural 100 on a loot roll. I got a book of the Tome of Understandings.
Mm-hmm. Damn that book.
Dominic and Nessa just silently seethed in rage.
Yeah. Someday.
You don't need wisdom. You need clear. You need the Tome of Clear Thoughts.
I know, that's what...
Increase your intelligence.
Yep, that Durgar did not succeed, and he is just turned to ash.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
Was that the one Hunter's mark? Because he should have to take another D6, I believe.
It
Or no,
doesn't matter.
Yeah,
you know, he's fucking nuked. Just for
And the other one's within range as well, so... Yep. The other Durgar is okay by 8 as well.
Bonus action.
Yeah? What would you like to do?
Hey, Reed. Make a con save.
Oh,
you
God.
fucking shitty dice.
Con saves that, I have advantage on now.
I mean, it's not going to do much. It's only a 15-foot column.
Yeah, I made it 28.
How far people have come from everyone getting mad at Dom for doing this and then everyone just doing it to each other.
I haven't done it to anyone.
No, you're fine.
I'm not bitter.
You're a rock,
I'm not
Tariq,
bitter.
you're a rock.
Those
only
5
one
points
who
came off my temporary ones.
They fire.
Okay. So... Oh, I missed one. Con save, is it?
Con save of 16, because they work.
Speaking of friendly fire, but I'm so far down on the turn order.
Well, you have sculpt spell. You're fine.
Oh, yeah. My friendly fire is the friendliest of fire.
And then it's 8 points if they fail.
If they fail, yeah.
Jesus. These drow are not having a good day.
They fucking with the wrong party.
One of them tried to shoot me. Of course they're not.
You guys attacked first.
No, we didn't.
We came around a corner.
And they ran.
We were just trying to, you know.
We were just trying to talk to them.
Aggressively, but, you know.
Aggressive negotiations. Alrighty.
They'll never see it coming.
Are we the Spanish Inquisition?
Yes.
Perhaps we are.
So, Darwin,
Yep.
as you see the conflagration ignite down the tunnel here, and then Anders unleash his breath straight down the tunnel, you sort of like take a moment. You're just like, yeah, they've got this. And glancing around, you hear a door open to your right, get kicked open to your right, and another drow appears.
It's
And
fine.
he tried to shoot you.
You came to the wrong neighborhood, friendo.
Oh, yeah.
Point 3.
23?
Yeah.
I don't think it's a good idea to take damage from drow bolts, so I'll cast shield.
Okay. So the shield goes up, the bolt is deflected, and he's going to... Like, it's hard to tell with drow because of the color of their skin, but you're fairly sure you see him pale at that. And he sort of shouts back over his shoulder. Do any of you speak Undercommon?
No, but I got
I-
the help of comprehend languages.
I speak
Yeah,
Undercommon,
yeah.
I believe. Let me double check.
Is what he says.
Wait, Darwin speaks Undercommon?
What?
I believe so.
Darwin is a man of many talents.
I mean, yes.
You ain't never, so you've never been to his.
He's particularly good with his tongue.
He is a cunning linguist.
Gonna make that same joke, damn it.
Yes, he does speak Undercommon.
Well,
Excellent.
we have so many languages
Sorry.
between us.
All the better to write the
you hear
alphabet
him
with.
The rest of you, it comes out as a collection of guttural syllables. Darwin, what you hear is him trying to shout over his shoulder. It's like, we're outmatched! Run!
Yeah, that's true, buddy.
Use up all his movement getting there.
I'm really curious what the undercommon word for buddy is. And they just go, I'm not your friend, buddy.
I'm not your buddy guy.
Not your guy friend. Undercommon is Canadian here.
Eh? So while whoever's thinking is thinking of what they're going to do next, saw a video that said proof that it snows in Australia. Very confused kangaroo jumping across just a field of snow.
Yep.
Like he would look back at the camera, like the person with the camera would just have this very confused look, like, what the fuck?
Yeah, there was a lot of confused livestock the last 2 days. They were just like, what is this shit?
I mean, it's just like snow.
They don't get snow.
Uh,
They're not like
That's
us,
not true.
Dave.
It snows like 2 places in Australia.
David and I live in the frozen north.
So, Anders, from your perspective, this drow here just kind of girds himself.
And his loins.
Oh yeah, he girds and charges and dives through the wall of fire.
He's going to make a save.
No, he only has to make the save if he ends his turn.
also, whenever he enters it.
Yup.
He started the turn in it, so...
He
Okay.
also passed through it again.
Not if he's
Yeah,
in
but he
it.
only has to do it the first time.
So
Okay. So that's him. This guy. So Anders, Tariq, and Rhiannon, you see another drow appear around the machinery here, and then he turns and just books it.
Yeah, you better run.
Just nope.
Just noping the fuck out of there.
Oh yeah, he's noping the fuck out. These guys are noping. He's dead.
he's dead.
He's dead. Nessa, it's your turn.
Ermagerd. So since she has the carpet, let's just fly out around down here. Get about here.
I have
She's
this
heading-
mental image. I have this mental image that with Golan perched on a hat, he just occasionally, every now and again, just kind of sort of opens his wings and like flutters them, and then puts them back in, and otherwise does nothing else.
Yeah, basically.
Like an animated sprite out of Warcraft or something.
That's 20. I come over here. I think we want to get. She sees that one, but considering she just basically kind of looks over to Darvin and kind of gives him a look like this one's yours, right?
He nods.
Nods back and keeps flying over here. And oh, there's a few of them. Which one looks most hurt here?
Probably
They all kind of look pretty rough.
is.
The two in the wall of flames are both on fire, and the guy faced off with Tariq has got like a couple of arrows. Sorry, has a large scorch mark from Darvin's firebolt and several large gashes from Tariq's sword.
And also frostbite.
Also frostbite.
Fun. So
And
Frostbite in the
chlamydia.
mix. God damn it.
so
I'm sorry, he has chlamydia?
It is common to catch that in the dark under places of the world.
It's gonna point her staff towards the drow in the far back. The bell rings true for me, for you, for the saint and the oathbreaker, ash dash and dust to dust here at Stoll and meet your maker.
So the dead. 22. Nice.
Nope.
Okay, bye.
He just got the spectral bell.
She just
kind of
popped his grape like a melon through his head like
She
a
just
grape.
rang, he's gone.
Oh, she's so rang his bell.
You can ring my bell, ring the Not bad.
Is that all you're doing, Ness?
I believe. Well, she's gonna at least pull back a little bit for now. Actually, no, she's gonna stay here in case anyone else comes through that she can see. So yeah, that's my turn at the moment.
Okay.
Let's keep an eye out for anything else.
This guy.
Excuse me.
Seeing you guys basically just like starting to just decimate their group. Across the lava pit behind you, Nessa, you see one stand and take aim with some kind of crossbow, and he takes a shot. Does 15 hit your AC?
Yep.
Okay. You take 8 piercing damage.
Ow.
And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Shit. Forgot about that. Woo!
Nice.
No worries. You can feel like it grazes across the top of your arm from behind, and you kind of, sort of turn and see the one sort of has leveled his crossbow at you. And then, seeing that the poison doesn't take effect, he just books it through what you see as an open door at the back of the room.
Just like turns back and just spits in Elvish. Yes, you better run.
It's him. This guy is also gonna jump over the minecart and dive straight through the wall of fire. The ring of fire.
The ring of fire.
The
ring of fire.
Lyricel. Lucky La.
Lyricel is going to call out. We might want to keep one alive so we know what they were doing. And then she is going to move up here. And bonus action, ensnaring strike. And then she's going to try and hit him with her cursed blade of cursedness.
Oh.
Her cursed as
of
fuck
course,
blade.
the cursed blade of cursedness. Is that the technical term for it?
Yeah.
That's its official name.
Yes.
That's the name they
24.
give to it so you don't know that it's cursed.
Of course.
On the nose, obviously.
And if he is still alive, he needs to do a strength save, DC 16, or be restrained.
He is still alive, and a strength save, was it?
Oh, wait. I forgot to add my improved Divine Smite to that. Sorry. It's okay.
Was it really improved?
It was not.
So, he failed his strength save.
Okay, he is restrained for 1 minute or until I lose concentration.
Oh, great.
There you go.
And possibly take some more damage.
We use them.
Target takes 1d6 piercing damage at the start of its turn.
Okay.
And that will be her turn.
Okay, so, top of the order. We come back to the drow that is face to face with a dragonborn that has just breathed ice cold wind into its face after dropping a wall of fire behind.
Mentos the fresh maker.
Yeah. You know what?
Speech is a free action, correct?
It is. What did you want to say?
Just gonna look at him and say, "Run! I dare you."
Well, the wisdom save I just rolled for him was whether he was whether his resolve was about to break, which it did miserably.
Please let him run.
Which one is this?
The one directly in front of you.
This man.
Run, boy.
Go and get.
Anders, odds or evens?
Odds.
Okay. He is gonna book it.
Attack of
Sentinel
opportunity.
attack. I was going to say sentinel attack.
Okay, I'll let Anders make his attack of opportunity first.
Bam.
And this is two-handed, so it will be the second set of damage. Oh, what the fuck? Well, that would be.
Wait, no.
Hang on. That will be plus 7, so it's a 9.
Yeah, that's a 9 plus a D8 for Divine Strike. So that's 9 radiant and 6 fire.
Okay, Reed, make your reaction, your opportunity attack.
Doesn't Tariq get one?
Oh, yeah.
Is Ree taking one?
Oh,
No.
yeah. She's taking, I assume reckless. It's an
Yeah.
advantage. Yeah, 33 will hit for 22 points.
Look at that natty 10.
And he can't go anywhere anyway. Because Sentinel.
Yeah. And
Goodbye.
look at that.
He ain't going nowhere because he's fucking dead.
That too.
So you see from your perspective, Anders, you realize that the drow you were looking at was not terribly old. He looked like he was maybe a teenager.
Oh.
And his resolve just broke in the face of everything he'd seen. And as he turns to run, your blade carves up his back, and then he's effectively impaled against the wall just here by Rhiannon's halberd.
You killed a kid.
Murdering children.
Oh god.
Full on Keyleth.
True.
I was going to say, I guess I'm the Keyleth.
Truly, we have hit new moral heights.
Friendly fire and murdering children. Way to go, guy. Nessa hasn't done the worst thing in this party now.
Neither has Dominic, come to think of it. Guys. So, Lyricel and Darwin, make perception checks. Ez, take your tablet with you.
Yeah, I'm just more wondering about whether Kath will actually mind.
It's up to her. I can always run this as a 2-game session. I've got tomorrow off as well.
Yeah.
I got to work tomorrow night, though. Which is 1 to 11 my time, unless we want to do a super late game.
I'll leave that to you guys.
I will not be available for a super late game, that's for sure.
Neither will I.
I work the next 2 nights, in fact.
That's right. Just finish it today.
Okay. Darwin. So, so Lyricel and Darwin, what you can hear is you can actually hear the sounds of several sets of feet just fading in the distance. So, Lyricel, you can actually see through the door into this room here. and there's one directly in front of you. But yeah, Darwin, you can hear the sound. Like, you are in an underground cavern. Sound does tend to carry a little bit because it echoes. So yeah, you can hear that this is a reasonably sized group, and it sounds like they're all making a run for it.
Do I get a direction that it's coming from?
So you can definitely hear it. Like, it's all disappear. It's all in this direction and disappearing. So it's heading
Gotcha.
this direction.
Cool.
But yeah, Darwin, it is your turn.
All right. I'll walk up to this guy, and as promised, I'll hit him hopefully very hard.
Ah,
Lyra's oh,
so much believing one alive. It's fine.
Lethal damage.
Not on a crit.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm just.
oh.
Roll your damage. Okay, so that's 1d8. So
And that's not one of our rules. That's from Jeremy Crawford. That is one of the rules designers, that you can't say that you could say you're pulling the punch, but on a crit, it's
you don't know you're in.
yeah.
Okay, so that's
What if it's
32
like a dex
points of
weapon?
damage on that first attack. Because double crit. And then 13. So you didn't okay, you did roll advantage both times, good. So you didn't kill him outright, but you did a lot of damage. It's like, what you realize is now a comparatively young Dark Elf. Is
Darwin, what the fuck?
Glancing back over his shoulder at that.
Lyricel, I'll say make a quick nature check. As you in the room are the primary half elf, you tend to know so you're pretty sure that this elf is young by elven standards, maybe in his mid to late 50s.
Shit, he's a kid.
Yeah, that'll be my turn.
All right. Tariq?
Has Tariq noticed that these guys are children?
Roll a perception check.
no, close.
Yes, you notice that these guys are not reacting with the aggression you're normally used to, especially given the numbers that you guys have. Like, they obviously have a fairly sizable group here, but they're all just breaking and running. It's like, for the Slayer's take, this is like almost alien. You're used to things turning to fight you.
Yeah. I'm gonna head over to this guy, and I'm gonna try and grapple him.
Go for it. Make a strength check. Make an athletics check.
I don't have athletics, so... I am, however, pretty strong.
Okay, and he will try and dex his way out of it, but he failed.
No, he won't.
Reach forward and grab him by the collar and pull him forward out of the wall of fire.
Yeah, I basically want to try and drag the fucker out of wall of fire range, although I'm not sure there's a way I can really do that in this confined space.
You could take him and move back sort of over to.
Sure. So I'll take him and I'll move him back. And I'll be like, what the hell are a bunch of kids doing down here? To him.
All right, it's his turn next. So as you drag him forward, he just kind of gibbers a little bit, and then clears his throat. We just heard that. Actually, what languages do you speak, by the way, Tariq?
Not Undercommon.
Do you speak Elvish?
I speak Common, Dwarven, Goblin, Abyssal, and Draconic. I do not speak Elvish.
You actually can't, like, he's just kind of gabbling at you in a language you don't understand. Nessa,
Anders will translate.
You instantly understand Elvish, you know, it being your personal native tongue. And all you can hear is, we just heard it was empty. We just came to grab stuff.
They are scavengers.
Bunch of stupid fucking kids.
But he's
So they
not going
aren't
to
the
make
ones who
any
are
further attempt to
harassing us,
escape.
or harassing the dwarves then.
Rhiannon, it's your turn.
She's just gonna sigh. Because I'm assuming she can hear Tarek and that.
Yeah. And I believe, Rhiannon, you
I think-
can understand
Yes.
Elvish.
Rue can actually speak Elvish. And she's just gonna be like, Tarek, let him go.
If I let him go, he'll walk back into the fire and get himself
I
burned.
don't think he's quite that dumb.
Anders will snap his fingers and the wall of fire will fade.
All right. For sake of simplicity, everybody roll an intimidation check, a group intimidation.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Let's just
I'm actually proficient in this.
I'm not
Yeah.
terrible.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Ree's carrying us for this.
Yep, I'm actually pretty good at that.
Okay. So for the sake of brevity and simplicity, I'll say that all of the ones that are out of your line of sight, just continue booking it and escape. And as you round up the ones that you can see, including also this one here, who you like in your exploration of the area, you followed through and found that he had come to an edge he couldn't traverse.
Oops.
So
Idiots, you captured
we'll
the
say-
stun doubles.
okay, so
Ray
The
would
rest of-
release the ensnaring strike.
Off the corpse.
Well, yeah, I was a bit worried about that. 1d6 might be the end of him. So.
no, he's alive.
Woo.
So you have 5 prisoners. The rest managed to escape. They look varying levels of badly beaten.
Let him go.
Yeah, Ree's just glaring them into submission.
Doing your best mum look expression.
Yep.
Were you all down here?
I'm assuming they
in the tunnels. Have you seen anything strange?
Just came up here from near Yugvorl, and we heard that it was abandoned at the moment. So the specific one that you guys that you pulled forward out of the fire appears to have been kind of sort of unofficially elected spokesperson. As far as you can tell, Nessa, they just look scared at this. Like And as you gather, there's no way these guys have the sack to lie to the group of you at the moment. Not after what you've already done, especially given that you've already like conjured flames out of nowhere and just like splattered their some of their friends without even breaking a sweat doing it.
Anders will look to Nessa or to Ree and whoever else speaks Elvish. Somebody translate. Just tell them, go back to their families. Don't come this far up again.
Do you know what was attacking the dwarves before you leave?
Roll a persuasion check, Lyricel.
Ooh.
Got it.
Oh.
Never mind.
Yep.
Never mind.
We got no idea. We came up just trying to get some loot.
Insight check. If I can find it. It's in here. Here we go.
Lyricel, you gather that there's something he's not telling you.
You wouldn't happen to be lying to me right now, would you?
Roll an intimidation check.
I'd
Got
like
it.
to cast Detect Thoughts.
Oh.
And listen to the reaction to that.
Anders will cast Zone of Truth.
12 intimidation. She's real scary.
Yeah,
So
he's
scary.
not really being cowed by the comparatively tiny framed woman in amongst the giant half dragon man, the gigantic half giant Goliath, and the half orc and the heavily plate armored human. Lyricel looks comparatively small, and he's not cowed by her. However, Nessa, as you cast Detect Thought, and in particular after Anders cast Zone of Truth, he doesn't respond, but what you hear, Nessa, is it's like, they obviously don't know about what's going on down below. Worm things are coming. They're going to kill us all. Just needed to try and buy our way out. Find travel to one of the other dens.
Just immediately, like, looks over at the one that she's been focusing on, like, describe these worm things.
His head snaps up at that. It's like,
Please do not
Huge.
attempt to lie to me.
and you can see that, like, he's trying to, like, he's fighting it, but
Anders has got the dad look.
with the Zone of Truth, he's physically incapable of telling a lie. And gargantuan, like, bigger than the biggest creatures we've ever seen. We just came up here. We thought we could get a hold of some gear that now that the dwarves had abandoned this area, and just get out. Maybe get buy a passage to one of the other Underdark cities, one of the other Drows.
How much is passage?
120 feet tall, huge.
Kid, how much is... Oh, wait, no, shit, this is all in Elvish. I can't understand.
Well, Nessa will translate. She'll definitely be
Okay.
translating.
Yeah.
Tariq will call out to the kid. How much is passage?
Nessa will
It's hard.
translate that.
It's not cheap. Usually 1,000 or more gold at least per person, depending on what the the dens want to charge.
So
Drow don't like their people going walking by.
Anders being the businessman of the group, besides Darwin, obviously. He'll look to Ree and he'll give Ree a look of, I might be about to break the bank.
Ree has 31,000 gold in her pocket at the moment.
Yeah, Anders is gonna pull out a sizable sack of gold and hand each of them 1,000 gold and say, "Get the fuck out of here."
While he's doing that, though, Nessa is going to say, "Before you do you know anything more about these worms? What they can do besides being very large and?"
No, I haven't seen it myself. Just heard stories and seen the damage that they do. They rip through and eat everything in the area. Dissolve, like spit something that dissolves them. They just leave puddles behind.
Not at that.
Ree's getting a real feral look on her face right now.
Anders will see the look and just wrap his hand in hers.
So, are you guys letting them go now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beat it.
She glares at them very intimidatingly in her tiny stature.
Intimidates in Ray.
Yeah.
The fuzzy bunny.
Bored. Alrighty then.
Ray stands there intimidatingly, and Ree stands over her, behind her, being more intimidating.
Actually intimidating them. Ray thinks that they're intimidated of her, but it's actually Ree.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm just revealing all the areas of the map that you guys would have exposed, having effectively gotten them to surrender, that you would have searched for them and their compatriots.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Anders mark off 5,000 gold.
Also, does the way they describe this creature sound like a purple worm? Because Nessa's been on a purple worm hunt.
I have a feeling this is worse than a purple worm.
Probably, but...
Yeah.
Alright.
Purple worm illithid.
Roll a...
I don't think a skullcap's going to protect us.
Actually, roll an intelligence check, Nessa.
Intelligence check?
Intelligence.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to use a luck point.
Okay.
You have luck?
Yep.
She took the lucky feat.
I took the feat.
So the description sounds similar to a purple worm, in particular because of the the destruction. But the point about spitting something that turns people into puddles is definitely not a purple worm.
Seems really unhealthy.
Yeah, you definitely get from this that whatever is down here causing trouble is not a purple worm, and it's possibly a lot worse.
Mm-hmm. Should at least let people know about that.
Mm-hmm.
I've dealt with purple worms,
right.
and they're quite formidable. So if this is worse than that, prepare for, I suppose, the worst.
Now, as Josh has brought up, he is crashing, so, and Ez has to go to work, so we might leave it at that for now. And we can schedule something to finish off. Like I am available tomorrow.
No.
Yeah, but Darwin and Josh aren't, so.
I'm not either.
Nope.
Okay.
When is
Well,
people's available? Wednesday, Thursday?
what about
I would be available Wednesday, our time.
what about
I could do
yeah,
Wednesday,
no,
but it'd have to be late.
yeah, I'm working from Wednesday until Sunday our time. So what about Sunday night your time? Like a week from now.
Works for me.
That works for me.
Works for me.
I
I
should be home
think.
from
Oh
prom
wait,
by
the
then.
19th.
Okay.
Depends on how long my shift goes because I'm working in the morning.
All right. What if we say about 7, 8 o'clock Eastern on Sunday night?
If it was
A week from
8, it should be okay, but yeah, because I'm driving back.
Yeah,
From
that's-
a 6-hour drive from the con, so
yeah. Basically about
I
the same time we
definitely
started
won't
today.
be done in time for that at work.
All right. What time do you finish, Bonnie?
Probably not until midday our time.
So it's
Which is
8:30.
what, 9?
No.
9?